Good morning, everyone. My name is Veritas, and welcome back to Destiny. Now, today is Tuesday, reset day. That means all of your activities have been reset, new modifiers, new featured raid, new activities for you to go out and play. Starting off with the Crucible, your featured playlist for the week is doubles. Enjoy doubles. First one you complete of this will give you an Age of Triumph treasure box. The first 3 will give you 10 marks each for a total of 30 there. Your Crucible also features 15 marks for your playlist down here as well if you are hunting for legendary marks. Outside on your director, the weekly story playlist offers you an Age of Triumph treasure box and your first completion of a story mission from this playlist. 20 marks each for your first 5 as well. Your modifiers here are Specialist and Chaff. Specialist means that your special weapon does 30% bonus damage while your primary and heavy do 30% reduced damage. And Chaff means you have no radar. Enjoy hunting for that one acolyte hiding in the back of the map, halting your progress. Moving into the Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist, your modifiers here are Specialist, Juggler, and Airborne. Specialist does the same thing it did before. Juggler means that no ammo will drop for your currently equipped weapon, so if you need rocket ammo, switch off of your heavy, etc. Airborne means you do more damage while in the air as well. First one you complete of this will give you a treasure box of the Ages, same thing, 30 marks there for your first completions, your first 3 completions as well in total. Your Nightfall strike this week is the Shield Brothers or the Bond Brothers. Your modifiers here are Voidburn, Brawler, Grounded, and Ironclad. Void Burn means that void damage from all sources is doubled. If you have a chest piece that offers void burn protection, you can negate that. It will look something like this. Void Burn Defense reduces incoming Void Burn damage. That will reduce the damage you receive from Void by 1 times, so it goes back to you taking normal damage and being able to do double to the enemies. Brawler means that Guardian melee damage is increased. Grounded means that jumping will cause bad things to happen. You take more damage while in the air. And Ironclad means that more enemies have shields. Specifically, Flayers have Void shields, which will not be a problem if you're using Void weaponry. Nothing really in the strike uses Void either, so that'll be pretty easy there. Enjoy your easy loot. Nightfall rewards from that includes the Ma'ul's Maulers, Gauntlets for the Titan, and the Scout Rifle Treads Upon Stars. Both can drop from the Strike Horde from this strike. The first completion you do of the week will give you a key as well, 1 per account. Moving into the featured raid this week, we finally have reached Wrath of the Machine. We have now seen every raid in the game featured. Your challenges active here are Vosik and Axis. Vosik challenges to close the cleansing room doors per damage cycle with the Siva bombs, and Axis is to empower guardians per stun or teleport on Axis. Enjoy that. Videos available for you to find out what those challenges are. That'll be an interesting week. Raid set gear, unknown rewards, and Age of Triumph ornaments for your collection there. Exotic primaries, adept raid primaries dropping there. I'm going for a Genesis chain because I want a Void auto rifle, or a Solar auto rifle rather. That'll be pretty interesting. And Age of Triumph ornaments, I think a total of 3, 1 for each challenge and 1 for completing the raid. Record book progress as well there for completing the raid at 390. Enjoy, have fun. That being said, let's head to the Reef and go to the Vestian Outpost. Talk to Petra Venge. She will have some Queen's Wrath bounties for your completion. While you're there, go ahead and talk to Varix as well. Get your Elder Sigil and your Prison of Elder bounties. Once you've done all of that, head back out and head to the Challenge of the Elders. This week we have Airborne, Berserk, and Precision Kill bonus. Airborne means you do more damage while in the air. Berserk means that enemies will not flinch even after massive damage. And Precision Kill bonus means you get bonus points for precision kills. Shocking. Your first completion of this will award you with a legendary engram as well as 30 marks for your first 3. That's fun there. Get your points, get your House of Judgment gear and weaponry if you so choose to want it. Now we head to the tower and talk to Lord Shax. He has 2 Crucible bounties for you for 2 of the featured playlists this week. Go ahead and grab those. I believe they are Rift and Clash, I want to say. I don't actually know. Once you've done that, go ahead and talk to Commander Zavala. He will have 3 weekly Vanguard Elite bounties for you, the sunrise of which can award the Year 3 Exotic Sniper Rifle Icebreaker. Once you've done everything I just said, go ahead and head to Earth. The last place we will check this week is the Iron Temple. There are some quest lines and bounties for you to pick up here, and we will also open our 3 Age of Triumph boxes once we are complete. I will see you in Fellwinter Peak in just a moment. Here we are in Fellwinter Peak. The first thing to do here is talk to Shiro 4. He will have some very lucrative bounties for you. The bounties he offers are Iron Lord bounties. They offer lots of reputation and experience, arc damage versus Fallen, patrols in the Plague Lands. Is that patrols? Yes, patrols. In the Plague Lands, Shank encounters, and Servitor encounters inside the Archon's Forge. So, super easy stuff here. These have a chance to drop the OG Vanguard weapons, like the Devil You Know, the Shadow Price, things along those lines. So, very recommended to do that. I would recommend doing the Nightfall before doing any other activity in the game, because the buff to reputation and experience applies to everything, including bounties. And those can drop up to, I think they end up being about 630-something reputation when you have the Nightfall buff. So do the Nightfall first. I will say that every week. Do the Nightfall first. The other person we can talk to here is Tyra Karn. She will have a quest line for you called Artifacts of the Iron Lord. That will be over in your progress bar once you've accepted it. I already have mine from last week still. Killing Fallen in the Plague Land eventually will get to 100%. That will give you a Iron Lord token or an Iron Legacy token. That token can be used to purchase artifacts. Here we have the Memory of Yolder, the Memory of Silumar, and the Memory of Temur. The only one useful that's here is the Memory of Yolder, and I really recommend picking it up. It's arguably the best artifact in the game, and it's something that you don't want to miss when they're selling it. Unfortunately, it is a terrible stat roll. But it's definitely worth your time in terms of what it does. It removes your sprint cooldown penalty, so there's no more stopping between sprinting. It's an 84% stat roll, so it's actually terrible. But the utility of it outweighs the stats. The Memory of Temur is a 95% stat roll, and the Memory of Silumar is a 105% stat roll, which is technically not possible, but that's what it is. So if you want things for stats, go ahead and pick up Memory of Silumar. If you want things for utility, go ahead and pick up Memory of Yolder. That's my recommendation for you. I forgot to mention that Shiro also has a quest line. I never complete it, so I never remember he has it. It's called This Corrupted Land, Plague Lander. Doing this from him, doing 15 patrols, of which you need to do 5 kill patrols, 5 assassinations, and 5 quarantine. Assassination means VIP, by the way. That will award you with lots of reputation, thousands of reputation actually for your Vanguard and faction. Very lucrative bounty there to complete every week. I just forget that it exists. Apologies, my Warlock looks like a child's paint set exploded in the laundry. Don't know why I'm wearing this shader, but it looks terrible and I love it. So let's go ahead and open up some Age of Triumph treasure boxes. It's my favorite part of the video where we open up boxes and hope we get things that we don't already have. Because that's what I like in Destiny. If you're curious as to what these contain, it's everything ever sold or from every event in the game. So every shader, every emote, every piece of armor from boxes, every ship, everything. And the new stuff over here is what we really want. We have the helmet and we have a couple of the ornaments. Actually, I believe we have one. I believe we have Chrono Shot. Other than that, I think we have the Order Theory as well. So let's hope for some new gear. Hopefully, let's hope for some new stuff. Let's go ahead, open the first of 3 boxes, and we are getting the Flourish Horn. Cool, I suppose. Suppose that's cool. That's a horn I didn't own. I probably should go buy a bunch of horns, but I refuse to do that. Second box. Now that is what I like to see come out of a. That's what I like to see come out of a box. 2 exotic things. Technically, those one of those is an old one, but that's what I like to see there. Oh, you can only hold 250 silver dust. Interesting. I feel like that's a problem only I experience. I now have 2 stacks of silver dust. Lord of Wolves. Oh, this is the really cool one for Lord of Wolves. We'll have to pull that one over and look at that. I'm going to go ahead and make space here because I didn't actually realize silver dust only stacked at 250. I feel like that's a problem I have encountered solely. I know other people have a lot more silver dust than I do, but that being said, I've never seen anyone talk about the stack of silver dust being 250, so that's inconvenient. Let's go ahead and move. I don't actually know what to move here. Let's go ahead and move this full stack of silver dust to another character. There we go. Now we have space. Go ahead and move the sequel over as well, and go ahead and move that over too. Now we have a bunch of space for the next thing we open here. Let's see what this turns into. Hopefully something good. We got Tiger Shark. I was really hoping it wasn't going to give me Tiger Shark. I hovered over Tiger Shark for just a second too long when looking in the boxes, and I had a feeling it was going to give me Tiger Shark. And you know what it did? It gave me Tiger Shark. That's an ornament for the Dragon's Breath. It makes it look interesting, but I'm not interested. So that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what those other ornaments actually gave us. We have the technology, and that being said, we have the weapons that stuff goes to, so we can actually take a look. The Lord of Wolves, I actually do have one in my inventory. I quite enjoy the Lord of Wolves, and I think I'm going to go ahead and bring that ornament back over and apply it to the Lord of Wolves. So here we have the Lord of Wolves, Perfected Predator, looks something like this. It's pretty dope. It's very Siva-y. Very, very Siva-y. So you can see, the little fallen symbol here. It just gets covered up by a black spot because that's how things work in this world. That's pretty neat, though. I really like the Lord of Wolves, personally. So that's pretty fun. Let's go ahead and put that on our back and see what it looks like in a second here. The last word, we also got the other ornament for, which looks something like that, actually. So that's pretty neat. Let's go ahead and apply that. You know what? No, let's not apply that. I don't actually like that one. So I'm going to go ahead and dismantle that one for silver dust. But it looks something along the lines of that. Pretty neat. Blue, rusted, kind of cool. I prefer the addendum, so I'm going to go ahead and keep the addendum. But that being said, that's it for the treasure boxes this week. This thing looks pretty cool with that thing on it. I like it. Ooh, it made the front all Siva-y and red. I dig the scope on this now. But that's going to be it for me. So I'll see you on Friday for the Zer video. Hello, Mr. Puppy. Would you like some candy? I'll give you some candy. I don't think you're supposed to give dogs candy. Well, these are not dogs. These are wolves. Wolves can probably have candy. I don't know. I'm not an animal person. That being said, I'll see you guys on Friday for the Zer video. Other than that, enjoy your Axis challenge modes, your Vosic challenge modes, your Wrath of the Machine exotic primaries, everything along those lines. Other than that, it's going to be it for me. If you want to see other stuff I do solo and cooperatively, links in the description to other playlists. I'm doing other games, I'm playing other series, I am commentating, stuff along those lines. I'll see you on Friday for Zer for the third time, and as always, until next time.